Hey guys, Alex from Sympathizing Films back again with Black Clover. Last time around we had the Raging Bull joins the showdown, where, well first off, Veto and Fauna are back. They were given new artificial bodies however they couldn't age them fully, so they are technically age 15, which wasn't really a problem for Fauna because she was pretty young anyway, but Veto's not friggin' huge burly man anymore with super long hair. He's just kind of burly teenager, so he's a bit more awkward now. But still, the elves have started a spell that will send humans to the underworld. The Black Bulls finally arrived on the scene, and Yami and Jack went to confront the elves that were going into a big magic sphere, while the Bulls stayed behind, including Asta, to deal with Elf Gauche and Elf Mari and all the other elves that are pretty much left behind, that aren't the what they call them, the Apostles of Saphir or something. The foursome or something is not part of it, but you know how it goes. Anyway, so yeah, that is pretty much where we left off. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Black Clover? Here we go. Okay. Oh. Well, this one was better. This one was definitely better. Yeah. Probably because there wasn't just another reunion. People were doing things. Sally! Okay, fine. Fine, if she's actually useful and she's not just trying to dissect people all the time. Well, maybe trying is fine. You know, I don't want her to actually do it. You know what? This could work out, I guess. Of the three of them, I could potentially see Sally joining the Black Bulls. Because, well, they're all interesting, you know? Just don't dissect people. Run different kinds of experiments, you know? Or, run experiments on yourself. That's what Mau Mau does. And it only mostly bothers Jinchi, so... And these guys aren't going to care that much. Well, maybe Asta will care. So... But yeah, that was clever. That was very, very clever. I love that it's like, how do we beat Dorothy in the dream world? Or, they said it was Reve, I think, is the elf's name. I do just love that it's like, oh, well, it's whatever she can think of is created in the dream world. So if you get her to think of something, then it happens. I do kind of like that. It's kind of goofy, but that's kind of funny. Especially, I mean, it's the ultimate version of the game. You guys know the game. This was like the stupidest thing that people would do like in high school, where if you think about the game, then you've lost. The goal of the game is to not think about the game. So what you would do is you would text your friend and be like, you just lost the game. Because immediately you're thinking about it because you just read that. So, I don't know. Did anyone else have that in high school? I don't know. I mean, I definitely had, not that much. Like, my friends and I didn't do it, like, all the time. But every so often, like, once every, like, 6 months or so, you just get a text, you just lost the game. So I'm sorry to all of you. You have also lost the game. I have also lost the game, too. Dorothy lost the game, too. So, that was clever. A, Sally got her glasses back. B, she's figured out an exit. And this is on top of... This would be before A. Negative A. There's no 0 in the alphabet. There's no letter that comes before A in the alphabet, technically. But, we'll just call it like a space. You have the space, and then you have the rest of the letters, so... But she's using their powers with science, which was cool. Very Dr. Stone-esque. But I like that, where it's like, okay, so if that really is water, then she can make it explode, which was very, very clever. So, use the lightning, which disrupts the water, and then hit it with fire, and then all that fucking oxygen and hydrogen just light up. So that's clever. That's clever. I like Locke immediately. It's like, oh, we gotta try this with Noelle when we get out of here. It's like, oh god, don't bring her into this, but don't bring her into your crazy plans. But honestly, like, now that I'm looking at it with this episode, it's like, you know what? Okay, if I really do get the feeling that Sally might join the Black Bulls when all is said and done. You know. Now, Rades and Valtos, I don't know. I feel like Valtos might retire. He's just gonna be like, I'm out. I'm done. I dedicated my life to this, died and came back. I'm done. Rades maybe, but he's really gotta get better if he's gonna be doing that. But Sally, I could actually see Sally fitting in with the Black Bulls. So I can't believe that, because she was actually my least favorite of them back in the day. I said back in the day, but 70 or so episodes ago, in the attack on the Capitol, like, I really don't like her, but I might like her better as a good guy. She's just crazier Hanji, so I could work with that. I could work with that as her as a good guy. Her as a bad guy, I can't really stand, but her as a good guy, all right. I see where we're going with this character, so that was good. And then teamwork. Asta and the gang using their teamwork. I do like that it's like, well, they use their magical powers. Gordon used the poison to bring the stuff up, and then Gray had like the platform basically that all the bricks were on, and then Henry created this brick castle, this brick box around Asta, and it's like, oh, well, I'll get rid of that in an instant and stuff. It's like, that instant is all he needed to go into his black form. So, because that's the thing, is he didn't have a moment, and because that's all he needs now is a moment in order to do it, but he didn't have the time with Gauche, or Droit and Eclat. Those are terrible names, but with the two of them just constantly bombarding him, he didn't have a moment to hit to go into his black form. So I like they bought him that time, and Henry's using all of his magic in order to fight. So I like that. It's an interesting backstory too, that he was. I mean, in a sense, I guess it's kind of like Finral, although Finral grew up enough to disappoint them, whereas Henry, I swear that was about to turn into the Penguin for a second. Like, it's like, oh, this child that's been born and is such a, the way his father calls him a creature. And it's like, what the hell? But then it's just like, okay, well, they built this house, this essentially mana-infused building, in order for him to live unseen from the world. That is better than the Penguin. Because the Penguin, they just, Paul Rubens just threw him in a river, basically. So, that's specifically Batman Returns, but yeah, it's like, whereas here, it's like, okay, that works a bit better with, they gave him a chance to live, and luckily, Yami came by and, gave him friends, essentially, even if they didn't meet for a long time. He gave him purpose in life, which was good, so it could have been worse, could have certainly been better for Henry, but could have been worse for him as well. But now, I like that it's literally because of the Black Bulls that he's still alive, and so he's using that power as best he can in order to help them. So that was good. I like that, and I like to, actually the funny thing with that petite Clover at the end, where it's like, oh, this human, he had, figures and pictures of his little sister and stuff. It's like, oh, yeah, that's some good shit. It's like, the funny thing, too, is that he changed outfits. I know Petite Clover really isn't canon. It doesn't really matter. It's not really, it doesn't actually happen. But the funny thing, too, is that he changed clothes. He's not wearing Gauche's outfit, yet he still kept those things on him. I love that part. I love that it's like, no. He kept that stuff. Like, that's such a funny thing. And yeah, the fact that he's he's just as much of a simp for his sister as Ghosh is for Mari. I didn't like the like cat one. That one was a little too creepy, but I don't know, the princess dress. I mean, the princess dress is a princess dress, whatever. But the one where she's got like the cat paws and the tail, I don't like that one. Even though, you know, little girl dresses as animal, not creepy. Brother dresses his little sister as an animal and takes a picture and keeps that on his person at all times. And looks at it and has nosebleeds. That's the kicker, too. That's the kicker. So, that's pretty fucked up. But that's our Ghosh. That's our Ghosh. And we can't really do anything about it. We just have to deal with it. And, I mean, at the very least, it doesn't go past the nosebleeds, you know? So that's at least good, but every time I think we're good with Ghosh, they just do something and just gives me the shivers, man. Oy. But yeah, I would actually have loved if that was how, like, it distracts them enough. You know, she uses the eye magic on him so he can't move, and then while they're doing that, Asta just comes in and bonks them with the sword, you know? That would honestly be a really funny way of doing that, but obviously we'll get an actual fight. They have to go into their super crazy form that every elf has gone into before Asta saves them, so. But yeah, good episode. That was good. You know, for all my bitching I've done over the past couple episodes of, like, you know, let's get to it. Let's get to the stuff. It's like, that was getting to it. Even if we haven't finished a fight, you know. I like this stuff in the dream world. I like this stuff in the real world when they're fighting Ghosh. That was good. That was solid. Obviously, it's not as hype as Noelle's episode, but what in this world is as hype as Noelle's episode? Like, that was just great. So, but yeah, that is pretty much it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Black Clover reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.